Hey, let's give DeMar DeRozan his freaking roses, man. How about finally the whole world gets to see that DeMar DeRozan is like an MVP candidate this season. One of the all-time greats, one of the greatest mid-range scorers of all time, mid-post scorers of all time. He is a phenomenal freaking player, and I just want to illustrate that for you by showing you his big performance in this win over the Clippers the other night. Had an unbelievable game against the Lakers too. Really, you could pick any. He's so freaking good. But let's just deep dive the film against the Clippers to show you how DeMar DeRozan's so freaking good. First of all, yes, I'm starting this off with the air ball he shot on his first shot of the game, just to show you that yeah, he can even fight through things like this and bounce back. Obviously, rough start, but he's going to keep playing and he's going to find head up Lonzo Ball for three. He People forget 6 to 7 assists per game last few years in San Antonio. He's basically the Bulls' half-court point guard. I mean, obviously, Lonzo's great at reading the full court. Zach LaVine can handle the ball some. Caruso can handle the ball some. But DeMar's the guy that along with Zach, kind of runs the highest volume of pick and rolls, and he is so good at just reading those and making the right play. And that's, again, what people don't fully give him enough credit for in his game is how you can really facilitate almost a whole offense, through him if you have the floor spaced. He's so good at these step-ups, getting downhill. A lot of guys have lost their free throw edge this season. He hasn't, because he gets his legitimately. He really gets downhill. 8 free throw attempts a game, 87%. And then, like I said, in the mid-range, I mean, it's like a layup to him. This is what people don't realize. If you have a big or whatever switched onto him and they back off a little bit and he's just going to hezzy a little bit and pull, I mean, that shot is not a 90% shot like for him, only because most of the time they're running a second or third defender at him. That's what people have never understood, like about Kobe's shooting percentages. Any of these guys that take these shots like this, if you play them in single coverage, if you play them with like a weak big switched onto him or whatever, literally, I mean, he'd make this shot like 90% of the time. The only reason, again, is because teams can't afford to do this because he's too freaking good, because he'll make it almost every time. And that's, again, going to change how the defense really plays you, which we'll get to later. Horns dribble. I want you to keep that in mind because this is a favorite set of the Bulls. Starts in a little Horns set. They dribble towards him at the wing. Big comes to set aside pick and roll. And again, you go underneath it. He's just getting to his spot and elevating. Kill spots. Vintage. All right. Got the big on him again. Hezzy. Shot fake. Pull. The whole scouting report on DeRozan, stay down on a shot fake. Doesn't matter, even if you do a reasonable job staying down. If he still gets you to lift up a little bit for it, now he's just using that shot fake to create space to get it off. So smooth. A touch. I mean, it's so perfected. It's so beautiful. Here he is handling on ball screens again. Little double ball screen for him that time. To matchup hunt again. Now you switch a smaller defender, Reggie Jackson, onto him. And again, if you make the mistake of playing at single coverage, he's just going to get, that's, not all spot shots are created equal. What I mean by that is just because you're shooting in this range, there's no two shots that are exactly the same. When he's able to get to this elbow against a smaller defender, doesn't have his hand up, it's like almost automatic for him, right? If he has Kawhi Leonard on him, yeah, sometimes it could be more difficult. Sometimes he'll miss some of those shots, but the whole, he takes so many mid-rangers and so many bad mid-range shots has always been nonsense because, again, when he's able to get to where he wants to get to against weaker defenders, which, quite frankly, is most of the league right now, he's a killer. In the playoffs, yeah, you send a Kawhi, you send doubles at him, and it gets a little bit harder for sure. Billy Donovan, again, has done a great job getting him actions coming out of that left corner. This one's angle slash, another play they run for him. Hand off, turn the corner, get that switch again, dance with it a little bit. Nice touch, nice roll. He had like 20-something at halftime. And then again, once you start paying more and more attention to him because he's killing you, not afraid to just make the right basketball play. Here they have him handling in an angle pick and roll. Gets downhill once again. You see the Clippers shift in. A lot of help defense coming in. Io's going to do a great job with that slot cut behind the defense. DeMar gets up in the air, just reads it. Great pass. Finds it. Again, brilliant playmaker. Such a good floor general basically to an extent. And again, when you start to pay more attention to him, that's when he's finding guys. This was a beautiful little fake half spin. Whoop! Get by Zubac, attack the baseline, find Caruso on the drift. Didn't knock this one down, but just put it in to show you again just how many good passes he makes, how many good reads. Here's angle slash again. I told you, coming out of that left corner. You remember some of these play calls. You see the same action. And once again, it's like a layup. It's how nice is it? You know, you got the Clippers are jacking up threes all game. Reggie Jackson, Batum, guys, Bledsoe, guys just aren't really knocking down shots. And then you got a guy, you know, when you have a 9-point lead and you can get to this shot right at the free throw line, which again is going in like 90% of the time. Again, I don't care what the analytics say because they might say he shoots 40% in this area. Doesn't matter. This particular look with Zubac back, for him, is going in almost every time. Okay? No two shots are created the same. Analytics people don't seem to understand that. And on top of it, he's making threes this year too. Career best, 37% from three. Reluctant shooter out there, not going to do a ton of it, but he's knocking them down when he needs to. Put this one in to show you end of the half. Batum having to press up on him when you got to really, he's got it going and you have to be more and more physical. Then he's going to, again, take the physicality, invade his airspace there by Batum, and earn 2 free throw attempts, which now is going to lead directly to this. Next time they run it, same end of quarter, Batum's got to be a little less physical. And now again, this guy's so good in these high pick and rolls against the drops. Just get into his spot, elevating, and shooting over you. And that touch is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now let's go to the second half. Remember I talked about forcing team to change their coverages? Well, sure enough, the Clippers came out of halftime. Ty Lue said, we can't let him go against drops. We can't let him get switches anymore. We're going to trap him. We got to get the ball out of his hands. So that's what I did. So now he's got 2 defenders on him. Teams love playing 4-on-3. That's a win for the offense. Tony Bradley, unfortunately, not the best big in the world, so he's the backup for a reason. Vucevic probably making this little jump hook. But again, getting that 4-on-3, DeRozan makes the right read. Again, its coverages now have been switched up because of what a killer he is, because of how he's given your defense fits. Remember I said Horn's dribble? Here it is again, coming out of that left side. Not settling if he doesn't have the shot at the elbow, getting all the way downhill again to the free throw line. Here's an angle again. They almost trap it there. Now Batum's going to come trap it at the end of the quarter. And again, you got a 4-on-3. Make him pay. Javonte Green, like this kid, plays hard, great energy, super athletic. This is kind of similar to Horn's dribble, but again, just another way to get him a handoff coming out of that left side. That time turns the corner on Hardenstein. Gets, again, all the way to the rim for the running hook. Tough. I mean, that's a tough freaking finish off the glass. Wow. With the contact. DeMar DeRozan is a baller's dream. Again, trapping him. Hey, Tony Bradley, there we go. That time we got a finish. Again, you attract that much attention. People talk about gravity for like Steph Curry, which for sure is well-earned and well-deserved, but they don't realize like the gravity the guy like DeMar has, again, on his post-ups, on his pick and rolls, so damn good in the mid-range that you got to trap him, you got to be up and aggressive, and when you do that, again, it opens up things like this, that even Bradley, if he doesn't have this, got Levine in the corner, he's got Green open for a layup, got a lot of things open when you play 4-on-3 basketball. Hardenstein, from the beginning of this play, was like, oh, God, somebody come help me. Get me out of here. Look at him. Help, help, help. Oh, too late. Bledsoe even is coming, but, I mean, that's just, it's silky smooth. Look at how he just glides with this. Whoop. Cross. Elevate. Killer. Killer. You can't guard that. Can't guard it. And then again, I talked about just being the floor general, being the point guard. What's the first thing? Coaches, you play transition drills in 5th grade basketball practices, 5-on-4s, 4-on-3s. Attack the paint, draw everybody in, make the right play. Doesn't get an assist here, gets a hockey assist, which I bet you if you check the stats, he's probably one of the best in the league in. But again, just another example of him being, again, a floor general, a point guard type, getting downhill, making plays for his teammates, and it's got the Bulls in a great way. This one, last clip, killer. This was an after timeout play. They set it up, acting like they were going to have some action over here, but really it was all just to isolate DeMar on that left side so he could go to work, spin off against a damn good defender and man, give him multiple shot fakes. 1, 2, get him up in the air, and the contact. This is vintage Dwayne Wade right here. I mean, DeMar, he doesn't need to be compared to anybody, but that's absolute filth to put the game on ice. The Bulls, damn good team right now. I'll have more on them soon, so make sure you follow, subscribe, thumb up. Video and stats courtesy of Instat Basketball. Find out more at instatsport.com/basketball. Provide a lot of in-depth analysis for leagues and clubs around the globe. Thanks for watching. Scout with Bryan. A lot more coming soon.